So, does anyone remember dictionaries? The big old-fashioned ones they used to wheel out whenever you had a question about a word in class. Well, they're not just for spelling words like necessary, though I think we've all had to look that one up. They're one of the easiest tools for understanding without doing anything extra. The best part, they're the perfect puzzle game to get your child invested in their own education. Let's dive into what makes them so useful and how you can incorporate it into your child's learning routines. So, why do dictionaries still matter? First things first, they are far more than just a list of words. They're a tool for understanding. Every subject you study, math, history, science, dinosaurs, space, film, they all rely on terms and prior knowledge found in dictionaries. If you don't understand a term, it's like trying to solve a puzzle with a piece missing. And if you make a habit to look up every word you don't know, you'll be able to understand things far more clearly. It's a small change that can make a big difference in your work, school, and day-to-day life. Now, let's be honest, we're all guilty of occasionally skimming a piece of paper and not understanding half of it and trying to pick it up through context clues. But that doesn't always work. Misunderstanding even one key word can completely ruin your grasp of the concept. Think about it this way. Would you feel comfortable flying in a plane where the pilot skipped over a few key terms in training? Probably not. Or having a doctor who just guessed on the terminology. It's a good reminder that understanding is crucial, no matter what field you or your child plan on going into. Now, what are some tools you can learn to facilitate this excitement to learn new things? 1. Printed dictionaries. Let's start with the classic. They may feel old-fashioned, but printed dictionaries still have their place. They don't need a battery, they're perfect for tactile engagement with younger children, and physically flipping through the pages can actually help boost the memory of small children. A great example for kids would be the Merriam Webster dictionary. For older kids or adults, the Oxford English Dictionary may be more their speed. And a quick tip, skip pocket dictionaries. They're often too limited to be helpful. If you're serious about learning, invest in a good, full-sized dictionary. Next, let's talk about digital dictionaries. We've talked a few times before on this channel about having a well-stocked virtual library. This is the next evolution of that. Most dictionaries have a digital version that you can download onto your tablet, phone, or computer. Apps like the Merriam Webster Dictionary or the Oxford Dictionary provide all of the usefulness of a real printed dictionary in your pocket at all times. And yes, free options like dictionary.com or Google work too, but the paid ones often have more in-depth explanation. Did you know that your iPhone, Mac, or Android comes with a dictionary inside? Yeah, a lot of us don't use the apps already pre-installed onto our phones. If you're ever curious about a word while reading, you can highlight it on your device and the option to have it defined will pop up right there. No exiting the app, no changing tabs. All you have to do is have a little curiosity. It's quick, convenient, and perfect for multitasking. And finally, for kids in middle school or high school, I'll encourage them to check the glossary of the textbooks they're already using. Whenever they're confused on a subject, they usually don't have to access outside sources. The answers will be right there in the glossary. Not only will that encourage curiosity in your child, but it will encourage them to read more critically and to have the entrepreneurial spirit to find answers on their own. So, while using a dictionary may seem like a small thing, it can have a major impact on your child's education. The more words you understand, the more you're able to communicate effectively. In today's world where knowledge is always just a search away, there's no excuse for not trying. So here's a takeaway. Whether you use a printed version, your phone's dictionary, or glossaries, always be curious and encourage that in your child as well. And if you're curious about our sources, be sure to check out smartbubblegum.com for far more in-depth tutorials, guides, and the apps we use to help thousands of kids reach their academic potential. Have a great week and see you next time!